across Africa, bringing to the fore and celebrating ordinary people impacting communities. Brought to you by Relatable with Lucy.
Hi, so we continue to showcase people doing amazing things and impacting our communities. Today, we feature Gladys Muthara from South Africa. Please stay tuned in.
Hi, my name is Gladys Muthara, a founder of Tap Africa, an organization that engages young people, especially girls, in informal settlements of Kenya and rural parts to learn about and address some of the challenges affecting them and their communities. We have a program called the Lunar Leadership Camp for Girls, which brings together girls from different parts of the country, at least once or twice in a year to engage in mentorship, where they are usually engaged by local mentors from different parts of the country, but also across the globe, mainly using technology, using Zoom and other video platforms, and they basically share with them about their journeys of life and how they have been able to overcome some of the challenges that they have come across in their lives. And some of the girls, by meeting these mentors and learning from them and also about their success stories, have gone on to do very well in life, especially excel in their studies. And some of them are on their way to joining university. I think mentorship plays a crucial role in the development of an individual, and I think some of the most successful people in life have had mentors at one point or another in their lives, and I think particularly it plays a crucial role when we think about addressing some of the effects of poor upbringing, and not just that, but also adverse effects of early childhood, or rather what we experience when we are growing up. And some of these experiences and how they portray themselves or how they exhibit themselves is through low self-esteem, inability to solve problems, inability to be at the front line and volunteer. Sometimes is shyness, lack of assertiveness. Those are just like some of the very basic ones, including being part of a team and being part of a team and working together with other people, playing at par and ensuring that your success can also be counted as having been contributed by being part of a team. And even things like leadership and taking initiative as well. But what you realize is if some of these things are not addressed as a person grows up, is they continue having adverse effects on the individual. And so what the Lunar Leadership Camp does is we engage the girls in learning about some of these life skills. We help instill them in them by giving them the exercises around problem solving, telling them why it is important, doing exercises around self-esteem, explaining to this is important, sharing with them our stories and our journeys of overcoming also some of the challenges that we faced in the past around self-esteem, and basically helping them to get out of their little cocoons and shyness and lack of self-esteem, to become young people who not only go out there with confidence, but who step out there as leaders and who can go on to help address some of the challenges their communities face as well, and people who can be able to project their voices and be heard on behalf of the others. I have seen mentorship play a very important role in my life, and in the lives of many young people, particularly those who have been through issues of violence, both directly and indirectly. For example, if you grew up in an abusive family where maybe your parents were fighting, and it in one way or another affected you emotionally, and sometimes also life's struggles. Maybe there was a lot of poverty and you had to fight through a lot of things, and a lot of, sometimes there was lack, within the family of even basic necessities, trust issues. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what to expect tomorrow. And I have seen how one can be able to regain their confidence, their self-esteem, their ability to say no when it is no, that is assertiveness, their ability to project their voice and be heard, their ability to even raise up a hand and say this is actually this is actually my point. And I believe that if we all engaged, both directly and indirectly, in supporting girls, and even boys as well, to cope with some of the adverse effects of challenged upbringing, I think we would be in a way helping to create better societies. In terms of mitigation of some of those adverse effects, I think one of them for me, and my biggest appeal, is to parents to basically end violence. It doesn't help children at all. If our children are going to watch us fight, in the house, and like I call it, fighting behind closed doors, when they are hiding somewhere and they can hear the screams and people shouting and people insulting one another, the children always tend to blame themselves, no matter how much you tell them. And so I think for me that is one of the biggest contributors, and of some of the challenges that a lot of young people go on to face later in life. And I think if we as parents help prevent violence in our households and even in our neighborhoods, I think we would be doing children a big, we would be doing a great thing to them. And I think also the other thing is the role that early childhood development, early childhood education, early childhood learning plays. And I think as a person who's very interested in matters early childhood, based again on my experience with mentoring girls, is that there's a crucial role that early childhood learning, brain stimulation, plays in terms of helping develop an individual who is holistic and who is able to overcome some of the challenges you face and the adverse effects of the challenges we face when we are still young and even later on in life. For example, how a child interacts with with other people when they go to school is very much a result of how they were trained and how and what they were exposed to when they were growing up. And so the social aspect of it is very much felt when they go to school, and even when they complete school and now they have to go to the workplace. And so that early intervention when a child is between 0 to 3, 4, and 5 is very important, because that is when a child's brain, about 80% of it, develops. And if children are not exposed to the right thing when they are growing up, if they grow up hearing someone shouting at them and telling them, no, it is not that, it is this, you cannot be that, you can only be this, and telling them, for example, what you're proposing is not the right thing, it's basically shutting them down, is a lot of them tend to develop self-esteem issues, and others also tend to develop, the behavior of holding back and never wanting to say or to speak what is in their mind. So for me, even before we think of mentorship, what I would say is, as parents, as caregivers, as those people who are entrusted with taking care of children at that very early age, as teachers in ECD, as even primary school teachers, how do we engage children in learning, and what do they learn? I think that is very important. I am part of a team that is working on a childcare initiative that is going to be accelerating the quality and affordability of childcare in Kenya and beyond. And as we continue to work on this and to design some of our solutions, I keep thinking about the children and a lot about what exactly should we say is going to be standard quality of childcare, both at the home place and in the childcare centers, and even in the preschools and the primary schools, so that whatever it is that is being done in those spaces then goes on to inform the kind of individuals that our country is helping raise, because that early learning is so crucial that it impacts on not just the development of this young person, but also in their productivity later in life, their performance even in certain subjects, and also how they relate with other people socially. And so I think that's my greatest appeal. And of course, let us not forget mentorship. Let us do as much as we can to also remedy and to also sort of like help those who have already been affected by different activities and portraying adverse effects of these things, then that they can be able to cope better in life and become better individuals who can not only improve their productivity individually, but also enable our country to be what we aspire for it to be. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best in all you do. Thank you.
Till our next episode, continue to subscribe, to like, to share, and to comment. Also, do not forget to follow us on our social media platforms. Thank you.